Sometimes, the smallest reactions reveal the biggest truths. A glance, a pause, a change in expression, things that last only seconds, but can say more than words ever could. And recently, Princess Leonor gave one of those moments. A moment that many people saw, but few may fully understand. Because her emotional reaction, brief as it was, may mean far more than most realize. At first, it seemed like an ordinary royal appearance. The cameras were there, the crowd was watching, everything looked normal. Princess Leonor stood where she always does. Poised, elegant, controlled, the future queen of Spain. But then, something shifted. A subtle emotional reaction crossed her face. For just a second, the carefully composed royal image seemed to crack. Her eyes changed, her expression softened, and there was something unmistakable there. Emotion, real emotion, and it caught people's attention immediately. Because Leonor is known for her composure, she rarely shows vulnerability in public. That is part of royal life. You learn early how to stay steady, how to protect your emotions, how to carry responsibility without letting it show. So when Leonor reacted the way she did, it mattered a lot. But why? Why does one emotional moment matter so much? Because moments like this often reveal what words cannot. And in Leonor's case, it may reveal the true weight of her life right now. Princess Leonor is no longer simply the daughter of the king. She is becoming the future of Spain. That's a massive transition, and it's happening fast. Military training, public duty, national expectation, everything around her is changing. And those changes are not just external. They're internal too. Becoming queen is not just about learning protocol. It's about emotional transformation. It's about preparing your mind, your heart, and your identity for a role that will define your entire life. That kind of pressure changes a person. And sometimes, those changes show up in unexpected moments. Like this one. Some believe Leonor's emotional reaction may have been triggered by exhaustion. And that's understandable. Her military training alone is intense. Strict discipline, long hours, physical and mental demands. That kind of environment can wear anyone down. Add royal responsibilities to that, and the pressure becomes extraordinary. But exhaustion may not be the whole story. There may be something deeper. Emotion often rises when someone is processing change. And Leonor's life is changing in ways most people can barely imagine. She is stepping closer to a destiny she cannot avoid. A destiny she was born into. And while that may seem honorable, it also comes with sacrifice. Freedom, privacy, normalcy, things most young people take for granted. Leonor may be beginning to feel the full reality of what that means. And if so, that emotional reaction makes perfect sense. Some royal observers believe family may also be part of the picture. Leonor has always been close to King Felipe, Queen Letizia, and Infanta Sofia. But as her duties grow, time with family naturally becomes more limited. That creates emotional distance, not because love fades, but because life changes. Responsibilities separate people, and those changes can hurt, even when they are necessary. Queen Letizia's response during the moment caught attention too. She looked at Leonor carefully, almost protectively, as if she understood exactly what her daughter was feeling. That kind of connection between mother and daughter speaks volumes. It suggests this wasn't just a random moment. It may reflect something deeper that the family is already aware of. King Felipe likely sees it too. Perhaps more clearly than anyone. He has lived under the crown's pressure his entire life. He knows what it costs. He knows how lonely it can be. And watching Leonor begin that same journey must be emotional for him as well. That's why this moment matters. Because it may not be about sadness. It may be about realization. The realization that her future is no longer far away. That her life is changing now. That the crown is no longer just a symbol. It is becoming real. And that realization can be overwhelming. There's another reason this moment matters. It humanizes Leonor. For years, many have seen her as polished and prepared. But this reaction reminded people of something important. She is still human. She still feels. She still struggles. She still carries private emotions. And that humanity matters. Because great leaders are not built on perfection. They are built on understanding, empathy, experience. Emotion. Moments like this may shape Leonor into the kind of queen people connect with. Not because she is flawless, but because she is real. There is also the possibility that this reaction reflects internal conflict. The kind every young person feels. Questions about identity, purpose, dreams. But for Leonor, those questions are more complicated. Because her future has already been decided. That limits choice. And limited choice can create emotional tension. How do you build your own identity when history already has plans for you? That question alone can be heavy. Maybe that's what people saw in her eyes. Not fear, not weakness, but thought, deep feeling, deep awareness. And that awareness matters, because it suggests Leonor is not walking blindly into her future. She is feeling it, understanding it, carrying it. That makes her journey far more real. And far more powerful. Will the public ever know exactly what caused that emotional reaction? Probably not. Royal life is private in many ways. But maybe the exact reason isn't the point. Maybe what matters is what it revealed. That beneath the title, beneath the crown, beneath the perfect public image, is a young woman facing one of the biggest transitions of her life. And for just one moment, the world saw it. That's why Princess Leonor's emotional reaction matters more than you think. Because it may not just be a moment. It may be a sign. A sign of change, of growth, of sacrifice, and of the emotional journey it takes to become a queen. And sometimes, those quiet moments tell the biggest story of all.